So this is a video that a lot of people have been asking me to make, but I just haven't gotten around to it. And it's a video about LiAngelo BBALL. Obviously he was a lot more relevant nearly a month ago when he was caught shoplifting, but I'm still going to make this video now anyway. So today is the 1st of December and I'm actually going to try do a video a day for this month. So I'm going to do a daily December. So if this video can hit 300 likes, that would be insane. I'm going to try to get one of these out every single day. And I do have a second channel where I'm uploading 2 to 3 times a day. My goal is between the two channels to get 100 videos out this month. It's going to be extremely tough, but hopefully I can do it. And also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year. While it's a tough goal, it's definitely reachable. So anyway, now let's get on to the video. So obviously, we all know LiAngelo BBALL is currently suspended for shoplifting in China. So LiAngelo BBALL is one of the best high school scorers in recent years. In his junior season, on the best team in the nation, he averaged 27.4 points per game, playing with his two brothers Lonzo and LaMelo Ball. In his senior year, after Lonzo went to UCLA, he was the leading scorer in all of California, averaging 33.8 points per game. And unlike players like Julian Newman, who are putting up these crazy stats for bad teams, LiAngelo BBALL put up those stats for the number 4 ranked team in the nation and the number 2 ranked team in California, Chino Hills. That's something that can't go unnoticed with LiAngelo BBALL. Unlike a lot of these prospects putting up crazy numbers for bad teams, LiAngelo BBALL did it for one of the best teams, if not the best team in the nation. So I'm going to go over some of LiAngelo BBALL's strengths right now. First strength is his strength. LiAngelo BBALL, as LeVar would say, has a ball body. He's 6'5", 220 pounds. He's naturally built like a rugby player or an American football player. He's got extremely good strength for a 2-guard and is going to be a mismatch at every level that he plays at, just because of his pure strength. Another strength of his is his shooting. While he does put up a high volume of shots and is a shot jacker, to be honest, and is also, like Lonzo, prone to have some very, very bad shooting nights. Unlike Lonzo, he has a release that should be able to get it off at the next level. His offhand is still in a really weird position, which means that if, like Lonzo, he's mentally not ready to play at a certain level, his shot is going to be off. But the problem in his jump shot is very, very fixable, and who knows if it'll even be a problem at the next level. But LiAngelo BBALL can flat out shoot. Like, there's no question about that. If his shot selection becomes better and UCLA use him in a lot of catch and shoot situations, he could end up being a great scorer for them in the future. And now we're on to his weaknesses. First of all, athleticism. And while I'm not going to say he's unathletic, because he's not, I'm just talking about this at an NBA level. He's not unathletic at all. And compared to an average basketball player, is in good shape. The NBA players are on a different level. So compared to NBA players, he is relatively unathletic. Another weakness is his shot selection. LiAngelo BBALL jacks up shots. And it's hard to tell whether that was just because of the system he was playing in Chino Hills, or if he'll be like that at UCLA. That's really hard to tell. But he does jack up an awful lot of shots and an awful lot of bad shots. Well, historically he has anyway. So until we see any different, and I'm going to have to say it's a weakness in his game. Another weakness is just the rest of his game. Over his last 2 years in Chino Hills, LiAngelo BBALL averaged 30.3 points per game, which is absolutely incredible. And he was the leading scorer in California in his second last year of high school. But in his junior year, when Lonzo was playing on the team, he averaged only 1.2 assists per game, 1.7 rebounds per game, 0.7 steals, and 0.1 blocks per game. And I know in the Chino Hills system, he didn't really have to pass the ball or play much defense or even attempt to get a rebound because they had players to do those jobs. He was really just leaking out and just getting buckets. I fully understand that, but the thing is, LiAngelo BBALL hasn't proven that he's going to be a good rebounder. He hasn't yet proven that he's a good passer, a good facilitator, a good playmaker. So while at UCLA he may show us this, as of right now, he hasn't. So how good is LiAngelo BBALL actually? This is a really hard thing to say, because it's so hard to judge a player based on the Chino Hills system. While he put up incredible stats on a good team, which is one major positive, it's hard to see someone's overall game when they weren't really focused on getting boards, passing the ball, doing a lot of things except scoring. LiAngelo, one of the best scorers in high school, was purely that, and we didn't really get to even see the rest of his game. So it's very difficult to judge him by that. Is he an NBA prospect? We don't know. Straight up, we can't really tell right now. We've yet to see him play in a meaningful college game, and who knows what's going to happen. Could LiAngelo Ball transfer out of UCLA? Maybe. It would not be beyond me, especially because it's looking like LaMelo Ball may not even go to college and may play overseas for a year and then go straight to the NBA. Will he go for the NBA draft next year and inevitably get undrafted after not playing a year in college? Who knows? That's another possibility. Will he go overseas and play straight away for a year and then try to go play in the NBA? That's a possibility. But one thing's for sure, LiAngelo Ball is an extremely good basketball player. He's probably the weakest of the Ball brothers. 2 5-star recruits, one guy who was the second pick in the NBA draft, who I still believe is going to be a star in the NBA. It's an unbelievable basketball family, and being the worst of those 3 brothers isn't saying that he's not going to make the NBA. But we just don't know enough right now. I've said this a few times, but I have experience playing in one of the lower pro leagues in Europe. And one thing I can say for sure is none of the guys who have played in our league, some great Division 1 players have played in our league, none of them have put up anywhere near the points LiAngelo Ball did in high school. And none of them did it on one of the best teams in the nation. LiAngelo Ball can flat out score. And I can guarantee you that if he wants to, even if no NBA team are looking at him, he can go to one of the top leagues in Europe and play. He's that good. A lot of these hyped up players, I look at them and think, maybe they could play over here in Ireland, maybe they could play in some of the lower leagues in Europe, but not LiAngelo Ball. Trust me, this guy is good enough to play in one of the higher leagues. You can't be the top scorer on the best team in the nation, and probably the best high school team in the world at that time, and not be a great basketball player. But it's really hard to tell what the chances of LiAngelo Ball making the NBA are. Obviously, on one hand, he's probably got the talent to at least make a summer league roster and at least have a chance of making the NBA. And that's one thing I think is going to happen. Whatever happens with LeVar Ball, whatever happens with Lonzo in his career, with LaMelo, LiAngelo Ball will minimum get a shot. He might make a preseason roster and get cut. But the thing is, LiAngelo Ball will definitely get a shot because he's LiAngelo Ball. And while Lonzo's not playing as well as a lot of people expected him to coming into the NBA, he's still a Ball brother. And for that reason, I genuinely do think that the team is going to take a shot on LiAngelo Ball. Whether for Summer League, preseason, or whether a team is crazy enough to straight up give him a contract. So while nobody knows what's going to happen with LiAngelo Ball's college career, I'm almost certain that he will have a chance in the NBA. Do I think he's going to make it in the NBA and play there for a long period of time? No, I don't think he's that good a basketball player. But that's not saying that he's not an incredible basketball player. There are 450 or so roster spots in the NBA. Basketball is the second most played sport in the world. LiAngelo Ball is in the top 1% of basketball players in the world and could walk into the majority of pro teams in Europe. He could end up being a star in Europe, I would say in China, but realistically he's probably not allowed back in China. Or he could even go somewhere like the Philippines, where he could really promote Big Baller brand that could be an absolute superstar upon superstars. Basketball's so big there. And for business reasons, it wouldn't be the worst thing to send a Ball brother to the Philippines. So anyway, that's the video. LiAngelo Ball, unbelievable scorer with great strength for his size and position, but at the same time does not have NBA athleticism, and we've yet to see what his overall game is like except for scoring. Could he make the NBA? He more than likely will get a shot. But I don't believe that he's going to be good enough to be drafted or to be a high draft prospect this year or any other year. And to be honest, I'm not really saying that based on talent. He could well have the talent to be a draft pick. The thing is that more than likely for that to happen, he'll have to stay 3 or 4 years in UCLA, become a solid starter, and become a good college player. And then he may end up being a second round pick, maybe even a late first round pick, who knows. He doesn't have lottery potential, but he's still a great player. The reason why I don't think he'll get drafted is because of LeVar Ball, because of the Big Baller brand. More than likely he's not going to last those 4 years in college, and he's definitely not going to last 4 years in UCLA in my opinion. I genuinely do think that LeVar is going to whip him out of college this year. We'll go to the NBA draft. We'll probably play Summer League with the Lakers after getting undrafted. LeVar will probably get him working for a reality show or send him off to somewhere to promote the Big Baller brand. Because let's be honest, that family does not seem to care at all about education, so it's very unlikely that LiAngelo lasts. I honestly don't think he even lasts after this year, no matter what happens in college. So anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.